even if you kill their whole team, if the Juggernaut lives with more health than me, we lose.
You ran up the stairs and then they rushed me and I died.
So we have to start.
And I tried to fall back to ammo.
Alright guys, are there any questions on how this works? You guys getting it now? Alright guys, are there any questions on how this works? You guys getting it now?
I need Shrek's good. I gotta turn it on. I need Shrek's good. I gotta turn it on. Back on. Yeah, that's still one of the things I haven't done is move the plug to that. Yeah, that's still one of the things I haven't done.
Again, everybody, we are sorry for the technical difficulties. We had to restart the stream. Unfortunately, a cord was not securely fastened during last game, and it did get pulled out, and with it, so did some of our equipment, and it took our stream down. So unfortunately, that happened. We are back now with Season 3, Week 4 of Tactical Tag live, and we are going to transition over to Juggernaut in just a moment. But first, we're going to go over the rules one more time. Try to protect your captain while destroying theirs. Each Juggernaut captain is going to have 400 points of health and a rocket launcher. Whichever team destroys the enemy team's captain first wins. If both captains are still alive after a round ends, the most wounded loses. Team players have 4 lives this season, and captains have a single life, of course. All respawns are active, and captains cannot be within the team base. Notably, this season, the players have been are not allowed to take their equipment. Oh, sorry.
No, that's not fun.
The players are not allowed to take their equipment into the Tactical Tag arena for Juggernaut this season. This is going to create some exciting opportunities for gameplay, and I know a lot of players are going to be excited about this because a lot of players are not entirely stoked about the knife and the grenade being in Juggernaut or losing to them. It's not particularly fun. So the players have voted to have those removed, and they will be playing without them. So we will see how that goes, and without further ado, it looks like the players have gotten into it. Here is Blue Cheese versus Operation Remnant, round 4.
Hey, you guys come back, otherwise I can't.
All right, and we are back. Bob the Gray on the left-hand side now, holding it down for Blue Cheese. Operation Remnant are so far slightly in the negative. However, it looks like their Juggernaut Sky Devil is going to fall down to 90 HP. Operation Remnant is in trouble. Johnny Hopkins at 0 HP. 2 members now falling. Blue Cheese needs one good push to secure. Round 4, Blue Cheese versus Operation Remnant.
I'm trying to hit Juggernaut twice.
And Blue Cheese is going to skunk Operation Remnant 16 to negative 11.
I know. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, look at it.
Did you get me?
You can bounce off the wall. You can bounce off the wall. So you were hiding in that back, right? It has such high infrared. It bounces off the wall. It has such high way on the other side of the map. And just because I shot close to the wall, it bounced and hit my sideboard and I killed.
Some interesting gameplay there. Definitely some exciting combat. Blue Cheese showing that they have brought what it takes to be champions this season. And Operation Remnant holding their own well enough against one of the best teams in the league. That being said, we are going to give this time to our sponsors for a moment as we wait for some people to interview. And we will be right with you. Thank you again for tuning in. All right, everybody. I am back, joined today by Operation Remnant after that defeat at the hands of Blue Cheese. Let's talk about your first thoughts straight out of the arena. How do you guys feel about that, especially following? We'll talk about last week's interview coming up. Let's hear about that match.
Okay, so the thing about tonight, okay, we were like, these guys are a bit.
They're good.
Good.
Yeah, they're good.
But we're better.
No.
So we decided we'd play them with our eyes closed. So we had this thing. We'd open up our eyes for 5 seconds every minute. Hey guys.
You know, Blue Cheese is a great team. I think next time we go against them, we're gonna have a better chance. But these guys have been going at it for a long time, so props to them. And we're just gonna keep working on ourselves and getting our team together and training harder.
Well, and you guys, you guys have come out here and shown that you do have what it takes to win in the Tactical Tag League.
We won one game.
Yeah, exactly. And so before the match with Blue Cheese, what was the conversation? What was the strategy going into it?
We had let's just stay in the bunker the whole time.
Well, that was for the Juggernaut. Well, okay, so
That was your original strategy. That was a dumb strategy.
no, for Team Deathmatch, we had heard some advice from Infra-Red to split up a bit more instead of grouping up, and so I'd say I tried that more, and I think that's more of a tactic for better teams. Yeah. So we're really trying. I'd say we tried a different tactic, and we're always trying new things.
I think we just about you guys being new to the league and stuff, but honestly, in sincerity, you guys went out there and you performed admirably, and it was cool to watch another team put up a fight against Blue Cheese. And you guys did give us a show out there. You gave me something to yell about. It was great.
That's good.
Are there any matches you're looking forward to moving forward?
Who did we beat that first game?
It was Rebel Scum.
Was it
Rebel Scum.
Yeah,
And then-
I'm looking forward to going against them again.
No,
We can win 2
no.
games.
What's the other team? That's like the other Star Wars name.
Bad Batch.
Bad Batch. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
I
wanna
think,
play
I think
Bad
that'll be a
Batch.
fun game.
Oh, yeah.
It might be level or even.
And
you know.
Bad Batch have actually proven that they are a very competent team. They're putting up numbers against some of the better teams in the league. Being a rookie team, their tactics are amazing. You guys, what are your plans to train moving forward? Like, how do you plan on improving, and what strategies do you think you need to work on in order to prevent a situation like this from occurring in the future?
I'd say it's definitely good to play with our eyes open, and make sure both eyes are open. Cause you know a lot of time when someone comes up and you're like, oh my gosh, right? You close your eyes, and so I think going forward we're gonna be opening our eyes a lot more. And
There you go.
And you know staying
That's what
low.
I was trying to say.
Yeah, staying low is a good strategy, and I'd say we're working on staying low.
That's great.
I also need to work on when I peek. Like if someone's shooting at me, I don't know why I keep just peeking out. Like
Yeah.
they're obviously gonna shoot me eventually.
Yeah, that's a problem.
So just moving between different angles
Uh-huh.
and keeping your eye on the target, eye on the ball, so
Yeah.
to speak. Right on. Is there anything that you guys would like to add before we conclude this interview? Is there anything you'd like to interject before we say goodbye to our audience here? We give the next couple minutes to our sponsors?
Yeah, where'd you get the Taco Bell chicken?
I was actually gonna ask that same question.
I don't know. They were in here when I got here.
I think we're gonna pack a punch for what was that one?
Bad Batch.
Bad Batch. And I think that it's gonna be a fun game, and good luck to everyone else.
Right on. Well, you heard him, Bad Batch. It looks like Operation Remnant is coming. And for everybody else in the audience, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you very much to Bad Batch for your time today. Thanks for giving the audience your time as well. And we appreciate everybody for tuning in. We appreciate our sponsors. Thank you to Ray's Retail Meats, our latest sponsor, and we will be right with you. That was Operation Remnant joining us for an interview, mistakenly called Bad Batch at the end there. But that's all right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in again. Go ahead and leave a like, a comment, and a subscription if we've earned it. Share with as many people as you like. It really helps us out. And it looks like we have two teams now moving into the tactical tag arena for our second game of the evening. These helmet cams are not going to have the correct names on them for a moment. We'll get that changed shortly.
20 seconds.
Christopher, start your watch.
Like I was saying, they like to spread out across the middle, like whole lanes, so like hold sniper points and stuff. They like all the angles. They like map control.
All right, well, let's try to stay out of the middle then. Try to stay on our side. Let's just see what they do first. You guys stay back and do your thing. Two down the lane. Oh shit. You got meds? I'll keep watching. Where are you at? Grenade. Shit. Grenaded. Middle.
I try to go in.
They got me. Dude, like sniper. I am.
2 right side. Careful.
I'm getting wrecked, guys. Where you at? Did you get it? It was down 30. Oh. Come on, guys. I think they're fucking wrecking.
We got some left side. Shotgun down.
Can you heal?
Oh.
That's you, Justin.
Sorry. Let's get to the right side.
Healing up, Zach.
Oh, sorry, man.
3 right, 3.
Stay with Trav. Oh, that's Justin. I just shot Justin. Two right side. Woo! I need a medic. Medic.
Morgan Hill.
There was 2 right side.
Where am I getting? I lost. Shit.
I'm at 25 health again.
You got meds? Get down, get down. I didn't even catch it either.
There's snipers through the middle window.
Perfect. Is he down there? We got sniper going. Coming on our side. Sniper. What the hell? Get back! Where did he come from?
Nice, got it.
Right in the middle. 2 left! God damn it. Sorry, excuse my language.
Let's see. I need ammo.
Shotgun left side.
One back right.
I feel like that one kid's headband's not taking damage. Everyone else's is lighting up when I hit it. Reloading.
I shot you, shot me.
Regeneration.
Ooh.
Keep talking,
Sneaky.
guys. Watch that middle window. It's all like to hide over there. Sniper likes coming to the right.
Sniper left side. Oh shit, Justin, you scared me. I need ammo.
Here, hold on.
I needed ammo.
Two, back right. How'd you even die?
You got one going left side.
I'm almost out of the heels. I think we got rocked, guys.
Hey, good job, guys. Woo.
That was a good match.
Everyone was just running around. No one was talking. I think they got us.
We tried. We gave it our best.
They got us, huh?
Again, we are back. Had some difficulties in the casting booth, some technical difficulties there. But the players are back now, and Infra-Red with a clean win over Bad Batch. However, Bad Batch putting up an excellent fight for a rookie team. Again, we are going to go over the team deathmatch rules one more time. It is head-to-head. The team with the most kills wins. Each 5-player team must have one assault, support, a sniper, a demo, and a medic. The sniper will wield a knife, the demolition will have a grenade, and the medic will have a med kit. Unlimited respawns with all respawns active, and each kill is worth 2 points, where each death will subtract 1 point. That makes each kill worth a 3-point swing. And with all of that said, we are going to transition now over to our helmet cams as the players move to their starting areas.
Hey, let's go. I want this even more.
You guys cover these windows and the hallways. Carry the hallways.
Dude, once you guys see the side that 3 are going on, once you guys see the side that 3 are going on, call it out.
Which way are we going?
That's what I tried calling out.
Go
You're going
right.
that way?
To clarify, this is Season 1, Week 4
Zach, do you want to go this way with him?
of our 2022 season.
Should cross there.
I don't think it's a good idea to peek.
Looks like the title's wrong. We will try to get that changed as soon as possible.
Don't go
this
too
way.
far forward.
Be careful when you pop out. There's 2 that way. Back side, back side. I'll watch the sign.
Dude, how come I can't hit him? It's that same kid. I can't hit him.
I'm going on his side.
Good bit of chatter there from the players. About 1 minute into the game, Infra-Red off to an early lead, 7 to -3. Make that 9 to -4. Envy this flanking around the left-hand side is going to find a target and knock them out. Bad Batch in trouble. 6 minutes and 40 seconds left in the match, and Infra-Red are off to a great start. STW with a 2-0 KD ratio.
Hey, right around you. Yes.
Looking at Chief on Bad Batch though, with the only kills on the team, holding it down for everybody. Unfortunately, Chief is going to fall in the ensuing gunfire, but Envy this is flanking around the right-hand side, looking to make a push. One member of the team tagged by a shotgun round, but it looks like that flank was pushed back. Infra-Red now pushing into that corner to take down whoever that was.
We're red already. We're going back
It looks like they are going to get them and regroup as a team in their spawn. Bad Batch not doing so hot right now, but holding their own.
I need ammo. Get ammo. Get ammo.
Multiple players respawning now. Local liability, unfortunately, being sent back to respawn at a different time. Envy this pushed up to the middle room with the pistol now. Envy this, a player that likes to just be putting shots down range. Anytime Envy this can see a player, they are putting shots on that target, regardless of whether or not they're out of range, just on the off chance that they are hit by the laser of the pistol.
I see him.
Sniper's doorway.
Envy this not afraid to hold down those long angles on the off chance they can get some extra damage for their team. Nug is gonna waddle in under that low cover into the right-hand side. If they push forward, they're going to run into a few members of Infra-Red. Envy this there on the left-hand side is going to run into Nug right now. Looks like some players were damaged, and a grenade was thrown. Unknown if it got anybody. Actually, it looks like it did, in fact, get Envy this.
In the right corner.
Looks like that could have been Lethal Lily's nade. The grenades, of course, have been nerfed this season. They are slightly weaker than they have been. The explosion radius has been drastically reduced.
I'm just having a time, man.
Infra-Red leading at a cool 30 to Bad Batch's -11. They're showing that they have no fear, even though they have fear.
Be smart. You two work together.
Speaking of fear, performing very well. 4-2, Fear being one of the more consistent snipers in the league. Nothing new here, just Fear being Fear.
Let's check the stairs.
There's one half wall.
We're a little more than halfway into our match now. Nug with a creative push down the stairs. Maybe looking for some... That awkward angle right there is very dangerous for Green on the ammo box. Envy this is about to run into it if Nug wants to continue holding it, but Envy this is going to push up directly into their spawn. The sniper goes for a cheeky knife. Envy this is going to push that knife to the side. The sniper's down. Multiple members of Bad Batch fall. Envy this demonstrating their mobility in combat, and while they're relatively unremarkable on the scoreboard, remember that Envy this is a very good player with that med kit, and they are constantly working to keep their team alive. Unfortunately, Fat Mama is going to be caught out of position and sent back. Bad Batch, speaking of caught out of position, multiple members of Bad Batch now falling in a push, and Nug finding himself inside of Green Spawn now and getting sent back. That push was not really worth it for Bad Batch, and Infra-Red was able to capitalize it with their superior experience.
Good job, man. Good job.
Less than 3 minutes left in the round. STW going off 13-2, a monstrous score of 24. Unbelievable performance today by both Infra-Red and, in the prior game, Blue Cheese. But enough about Blue Cheese. Envy this pushing now into the middle lane. Watching that blue door. It's extremely good reaction time, turning to catch a couple shots on that flank and returning to grab ammo in time. Actually, looking at the player card here, looks like they did not catch that first ammo, but they are catching the second ammo. Envy this opting to wait for their health to regenerate instead of using a med kit, and it's going to pay off. It looks like Envy this able to find another kill before retreating back into the spawn, bleeding out now. Bleed out being a consequence of taking damage from multiple targets simultaneously, or from multiple enemies simultaneously. STW with a monstrous kill death ratio of 5 and 2, a score of 28. Extremely good performance. One of the better performances, if not the best performance that we have seen from an assault in the league so far. Bad Batch, unfortunately unable to hold it down against Infra-Red this round. Nug and Chief are going to go down. Subdued Vapor is going to go down as well. Lethal Lily and Local Liability taking damage. Unfortunately, Bad Batch is not getting it done right now. They need to group up and make a push against Infra-Red, or group up and make a defensive formation and cover multiple angles in order to defend themselves from an Infra-Red push. But enough about pushes. Envy this is going to find himself in a tricky position and get out of it somehow. It's a miracle. Envy this fighting on the left-hand side. Doesn't know that all of that damage was trash damage, however. Subdued Vapor is going to go ahead and heal Bad Batch right back up. Nug now conveniently, actually not that healthy anymore, asking the medic for another medkit charge. But it'll likely be some time before that is able to happen. Nug at 25 HP now, rotating downstairs. Maybe looking for some different angles, maybe looking for some ammo. 30 seconds left in the round, and there is no possibility of Bad Batch coming back, but the players do not know this. Infra-Red is going to take this second team deathmatch round. However, in the meantime, the players are fighting like there is still 5 minutes left in the round. They are left unaware of the clock. STW astonishing us today, and that's not to exempt Fear either. 9 and 4 with the sniper rifle, dominating again. And that is going to conclude this round.
Let's go!
Infra-Red taking round 2. In round 3, we are going to be witnessing a Juggernaut round. Juggernaut, of course, being a little bit different than your traditional team deathmatch game type. We're going to go ahead and go over the rules for that in just a little bit, but first we are going to give a couple minutes to our sponsors. If you haven't already, go ahead and leave a like, a comment, and if we've earned it, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. It really does help us out a lot. Thank you very much. We'd also like to thank our latest sponsor, Ray's Retail Meats. We're excited to announce that they are helping us out. Thank you so much. And we will be right with you in just a few minutes with round 3 and Juggernaut. Secret says, shout out to Tactical Tag players and Flowstep on commentary. Thank you very much for your support. Barbara Walden says, Blue Cheese rocks. They sure do. After that last round, they completely dominated. We are looking forward to seeing more Blue Cheese this season for sure. Stay tuned next week for more of that. Amy says, shout out Nug from your creator. And we are back. We are going to quickly go over the Juggernaut rules. Protect your captain. The idea is simply try to protect your captain while destroying theirs. Each Juggernaut captain will have a 400-point health total, which is 4 times the regular amount, and a rocket launcher. It is a devastating weapon capable of destroying most players in one shot. And with a long reload time, it is a tricky weapon to use. However, it has a large area of effect, and it is very, very scary in the right hands. If both whichever team destroys the other team's captain first will win, and if both captains are still alive after a round ends, the most wounded captain will lose. Team players will now have 4 lives this season, encouraging a little bit more tactical play, a little bit more aggressive play, and captains will obviously only have a single life. All respawns are active, and captains cannot be within their own team base. A captain receiving a respawn is an instant forfeit. Now, the players, interestingly enough, have voted to remove their equipment from the game for this season, so we will not be seeing the knife, the grenade, or the med kit. We will not be seeing any of those this season, which will lead to some exciting gameplay options and gameplay ideas from the players. That being said, it looks like they're moving over to their spawns. I can see them from the casting booth now, moving into the arena. So we are going to go ahead and transfer over to their cameras and take a look at their strategies.
Because as long as you're not in view of that mirror, let's go.
But then I also thought about,
Hey, you guys,
No, you have to be over here.
protect this area.
Oh, you're right. I thought at the beginning. Sorry.
Don't try to stay away from
You two can
upstairs.
run together. Then sit back with him. Okay, but be smart. We have 4 health. You're going with him. You go attack.
Just stay here and let them come to us.
And we are off. Envy this, looking for a left-hand flank.
Trav, come
It
here.
looks like Bad Batch plans on staying close to the blue spawn, close to the casting booth, and maintaining a defensive formation. This is always exciting when a team decides to do this because I can see it firsthand directly outside of the casting booth, and it is exciting to watch them duke it out from here. Now, if you want to get that excitement for yourself, you can come down to the Tactical Tag Arena and do this for yourself.
We lost the first 2, so if we can win these next
Nug
2,
posted up in defensive positions. You see all of Bad Batch there,
you take damage.
maintaining their formation.
If you need to get down,
The
behind
players
those
on
tires.
Infra-Red combing the upstairs. Not sure if they realize that most of their opponents are downstairs. Bad Batch is going to pick up a kill with the rocket launcher. That's going to be the only kill so far this round. Chief sustaining a little bit of damage in the meantime. Lots of conversation. I can hear through the glass in the casting booth from Bad Batch making callouts back and forth.
Make sure you have cover to get behind.
Envy this, keeping an eye on the stairs, likely aware that Bad Batch is directly underneath, in fact pointing. Unfortunately, I do not have any helmet cam audio in the casting booth right now. Nug is going to find some trouble, maybe exchanging a little bit of shots. Some gunfire over on the right hand blue stairs.
He went up the stairs.
Go.
As Envy this and a teammate run into a little bit of trouble.
In the middle window upstairs.
Let's go. Let's play. Just don't die, guys.
Nug playing very patiently. Bad Batch playing this game extremely patiently in the Juggernaut round.
Trav's the priority.
This is probably Blue's strongest strategy
Just sit down there. Don't
in regards to tackling Juggernaut. And Bad Batch are very practiced at it. We've seen them employ this strategy in other game modes,
Okay, good.
and it looks like it's paying off as they do have a slight lead against Infra-Red thus far. Looks like neither Juggernaut is hurt. Neither teams are really too terribly interested in pushing the enemy team's Juggernaut, looking to win via attrition. This is something that was a bit of a problem last season. However, the players now only have 4 lives apiece. There's a little bit less room to be playing the attrition game. However, a very slow game we are seeing here with Bad Batch only possessing 2 kills and Infra-Red not having killed anybody at all. Again, there is no equipment in this round, no grenades to throw, and no med kits at all. So the players are just carefully poking at each other and making sure that they're not taking too much damage in the meantime. If you lose too many members of your team at once, all it takes is one solid push to destroy your Juggernaut. That is exactly what Bad Batch do not want to happen. However, their group of position downstairs does leave them vulnerable to the rocket launcher. Envy This is going to trade shots with a target downstairs, but the pistol does not have the range to engage at that distance, and Envy This will not find the kill. Nug maintaining a forward position downstairs, watching over green ammo, rotating out to the Jeep.
Just don't die, guys.
Or that was blue ammo, it looks like, rotating over to the Jeep. Pushing up those stairs, a dangerous position to be in. Envy This now watching the left-hand side. Watching over the stairwell on Blue. Playing just that very, very careful game, poking away at that Bad Batch defense. Slowly chipping away at Bad Batch's defenses.
He's up in the top corner in the back left up there. They've already done more damage to him than we've done to theirs, so we need to just rush up there right now and go do some damage. Let's go. Right side.
Multiple members of Bad Batch now charging up into the green spawn, pushing Infra-Red, but that push is not going to work out. Multiple members of Bad Batch are going to go down. That looks like 3 of them, and they're not able to find too many of Infra-Red. In return, Infra-Red is able to fire straight back. Fat Mama, however, down to 80 HP. Infra-Red is in trouble. Infra-Red do a large amount of damage to Bad Batch's Juggernaut. In return, Chief is at 115 HP. Local Liability is going to go down. Subdued Vapor is down as well. Lethal Lily at full HP, but Chief only has 15 HP. Bad Batch are 1 bullet away from losing the game. Fat Mama is at 90 HP. 1 sniper bullet could end it all for Infra-Red as well. But Bad Batch is in huge trouble now.
Let's try to do that again.
Infra-Red regrouping, trying to analyze the situation, likely unaware that they are in the lead. This is such a close game so far. If I'm Infra-Red, I'm terrified that my Juggernaut is going to be eliminated. The Juggernauts regenerate HP, albeit extremely slowly. Chief was down to 15 HP
I got 1 life left.
just a few moments ago. It is only up to 35 HP now. Infra-Red doing a good job of keeping their lead secure. No members of their team have more than 2 deaths yet, and things are looking good. However, Nug from Bad Batch is 1 death away from being eliminated, and if that happens, Bad Batch will be incapable of defending against an Infra-Red push.
Be smart, guys.
On the stairs.
If Infra-Red takes this round, then they will in fact win the set. This will be the 3rd round that Infra-Red will win. However, the teams will still play 4th round.
On the stairs. I think I have 1 life left.
That being said, Chief down to 55 HP.
I think I'm out, guys.
Things are looking dangerous. However, Chief is out of 1-shot range, no longer within 1-shot range. Fat Mama has more HP than any regular player now, healing back up over time. 18 seconds left in a round, 15 seconds left in a round, and one team is going to need to make a push in order to win. Multiple members of Bad Batch down now, and it looks like Infra-Red is making a push. But nothing is going to come of it. However, the round is going to end. Fat Mama has 140 HP, and Chief has 65. It looks like this round has, in fact, gone to Infra-Red, giving them the set and the match. However, the teams are still going to play one game for exhibition and for the sake of stat tracking and record keeping. So we are going to go ahead and get into that in just a few moments. We will be right with you. Again, if you like what you are watching, go ahead and leave a like, a comment, and drop a subscription if we've earned it. Share with as many people as you like. It really helps us out. And thanks again for tuning in. We'll be right with you in just a couple of minutes when the players head out towards their spawns. And the match start tone has played, signaling that the players are returning to their spawns, meaning that we are going to transition over to their helmet cams.
Let's go upstairs.
One last time, Infra-Red versus Bad Batch. Round 4. Infra-Red, of course, having already taken the set, are playing this game for exhibition. Bad Batch putting up a good fight, but it is not enough to stop the multi-season veterans.
Trav, you stay over here in this corner. Well, I think Trav needs to stay over here. I think Trav needs to stay over here. Trav, stay over in that corner. Don't take any damage if you can at all.
People in the comments rooting on Bad Batch. That is what I like to see. Bad Batch doing a great job holding their own against Infra-Red, an extremely experienced team. Bad Batch is doing great as a team that are rookies to the tactical tag scene. Infra-Red starting off strong, Fear picking up a kill right away. Gotta watch out for the sniper in those limited life modes. They will whittle your team down quickly. Gavin His Meat is gonna find another kill, and Envy This finding a third kill. Bad Batch in trouble right away. Fear is going to find another snipe. Things are looking dangerous for Nug, already missing 2 lives. Envy This finding themselves in a little bit of trouble. It's going to duck straight out of the way at 90 HP. The pistol, having the fastest health regeneration of all of the classes, is easily able to duck back into cover and heal very quickly on their own. Bad Batch looking pretty healthy, ready to defend against an Infra-Red push. We'll see what Infra-Red does. Envy This moving over to the left-hand side. It looks like multiple members of Infra-Red are posted up on the left. Nug and multiple members of Bad Batch moving downstairs now towards the Jeep. Infra-Red notices the movement downstairs and are giving callouts. Nug circling around the casting booth, heading up the stairs. Envy This is going to be engaged in a gunfight upstairs at Green Spawn and is going to be taken out, but not before dealing some serious damage. Unfortunately, not able to find any kills. Shout out to Bad Batch for finally dealing with that pesky pistol player. It looks like, unfortunately, on the scoreboard, Chief is down. They must have snuck Chief. I don't know how that could have happened. Possibly Envy that secured that kill. We're going to have to hear from that and get some confirmation. Maybe we will after the interview, but that is going to be the end of our set. Looks like Infra-Red has triumphed in all 4 games over Bad Batch. Back-to-back domination. First the 4-0 Blue Cheese, then the 4-0 for Infra-Red. This is some good tactical tag gameplay tonight.
Three solid 2 and 1. They got one.
Went ahead and had Bad Batch's audio on the helmet cam that round. They fought extremely admirably against an opponent that is extremely practiced and seasoned at this. That was a good game and honestly a great performance from a rookie team. In just a few moments, we're going to gear up for an interview. But we're going to turn over to our sponsors while we prepare for that. So we will be right with you. All right, everybody, we are back, and I am joined by multiple players from the last round. Let's go ahead and get to the introductions. You guys want to introduce yourselves? Let's start with...
All right. I've been in here a couple of times. Fear from Infra-Red.
Fat Mama Harrison from Infra-Red.
Envy this for Infra-Red.
Chief from Bad Batch.
Right on. And let's start, first things first, straight after the match, what are your first thoughts? Let's hear from everybody. Anybody who wants to speak on that.
I think as a team for us, I think we played a lot better
Yes.
than we have in the previous weeks. A lot more communication for us.
I was
Way
really
better.
hoping you guys weren't going to do that. Made it harder for us.
That was an impressive performance. Honestly, they were not going easy on you guys at all. That was some devastating gameplay. I was impressed in the casting booth. You had me yelling a couple times. That was cool. Are there any moments that stood out to you as moments where you were just like, wow, we're Infra-Red, but I'm impressed with us this
when
time?
we sniped each other. Like,
Yeah,
we
it was-
literally both, like, turned the corner and sniped each other instantly.
Wow.
It was pretty
Nice.
intense.
Yeah, let's talk about, let's ask Bad Batch. What was your strategy going into this game? What was the preparation that you had to against Infra-Red? Like, what were the strategies talked about amongst your team?
So watching last week's game, we knew they kind of like to hold the middle, and we're just really good at the angles and holding down lanes. So
Right.
we knew it. They just did it better than we planned for.
And they're a team that has the experience to adapt on the fly to strategies, and this is something that they've shown us again today that they're incredible at. Bad Batch, being the standout rookie team that I have seen in Tactical Tag thus far, you guys get that.
Nice.
What are your plans in the future for practice? If you want to disclose any of them here, what are you guys? Do you guys have any strategies or plans that you're working on to improve as a team and as a unit?
I think just like they said, working on communication, just trying to push together and have good plans.
Right on.
Together, try to be flexible.
And you guys were great. You guys played extremely well, given the circumstances, given that you were playing against one of the scariest teams at Tactical Tag. Let's talk about that strategy on the bottom. Let's talk about the defensive positions that you guys held down here during the Juggernaut rounds, because that is the sole moment when you guys actually had the lead against Infra-Red was when you were holding the defensive position downstairs in the Juggernaut round. That was obviously something that you guys had planned beforehand. Do you want to elaborate on that a little bit?
So yeah, kind of just try to get them down. We knew they only had 4 lives, same with us, so trying to make them push and hopefully get a few of them.
Right.
As soon as a few of our team pushed their Juggernaut, they retaliated and almost got me down to about 15. So,
oh, yeah, and that was something that I had pointed out in the casting booth, was like, wow, 15 health is so scary when you're the Juggernaut.
Very.
And your HP is only, and you die and you lose the match and your HP only ticks up 10 every 15 seconds or so.
Yeah.
So.
And even though we played good, but that scenario, if I didn't see them trying, because 3 of them pushed H hard, and tried to flank us, and I called it out. But that's when the 3 of us that were here, we should have pushed, because we killed all 3. So as a team, we could still get better too, because then they only have the Juggernaut and 1 person.
Right.
So we could have pushed that hard and probably could have ended it right then. But they had an awesome play by doing that. If I didn't see that or call that out, they probably would have killed him.
And so, yeah, and Juggernaut is really just so much that game about looking for gaps in the opponent's defenses and punishing them. It is that game mode that could be over in an instant. And you guys, I mean, you've shown us today that when 2 skilled teams go at it, it can become a battle of attrition. So thank you very much for the entertainment. Is there anything that you guys wanted to add before we conclude this interview?
I'm just not sure why everybody's calling us out instead of Blue Cheese, because I feel they're definitely the team to beat, but it makes it fun for us. So
we just did last week because we played next week.
I know Justin did because of the same name. But
Oh yeah.
Which,
by the way, you didn't get me.
And it makes it fun. It really does. But I'm like, why is everybody picking on us when they're definitely the team to beat? Like, they have a super team. Let's be honest.
Blue Cheese is scary. Are you guys are you gonna play them again this season?
I hope so, because
it's
Next
we play Moonshiners next and then Blue Cheese.
Oh wow. Okay, so that game is going to be a game to stay tuned for, ladies and gentlemen. Is there any games that you're excited for in the future, that to your knowledge?
The only one I haven't played is Heist, I believe. Is there one other one? Is there,
that's
that's the last one.
That's the last
So
one.
yeah, just interested to learn that. Pretty much everything besides Hardpoint is new, special game wise.
Yeah,
So-
cool.
That one's really different.
And Heist is a ton of fun. You guys are gonna love it. And thank you to our audience for tuning in and watching this interview. Is there anything else you guys wanted to interject before the end of this?
I just want to say, like you said, for them being a new team, like they are killing it. They really are. Their scores might not show it, but all the new teams are doing really well.
It's the technique and the mechanics, and you see it in their movement. And now, when that when a team like Bad Batch develops the map knowledge, they're going to be really good.
Yeah, and that's actually a key thing is the whole map knowledge. Like, there's a couple of teams that have played multiple seasons, so we kind of have an idea, versus the newer teams that are coming in and learning that still. But if they come in and practice more, they'll learn it more. And
the more I get shot, the more I learn where to shoot back at. So
exactly. I like that.
It's a little bit of a learning curve, but
right.
Every time you die, you learn a new angle, right?
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but you learn a new angle to look for and to use.
Yes. Yep.
Awesome.
I try to find the person that shot me before I run back. I don't say anything, but I try to find them.
No, that's smart. That's good.
Well, thank you to everybody for tuning in. If you haven't already, go ahead and leave us a like, a comment, and a subscription. It really, really helps us out a lot, and share to as many people as you like. We'd like to go ahead and give a special thanks to our sponsor, Ray's Retail Meats, our newest sponsor. And we are going to go ahead and give the screen to the rest of our sponsors while we prepare for the next match. Thank you to Infra-Red, and thank you to Bad Batch for joining us tonight, and we will be right with you. All right, we are back, and it does look like the players did take a little bit more time than needed to, or than scheduled to get into the armory, so we apologize for the inconvenience. At this time, the players are gearing up for Team Deathmatch, so we are going to go ahead and discuss the rules. It is a head-to-head match. The team with the most kills wins. Each 5-player team must have one of each class. The sniper will have a knife. The demolition will have a grenade they can use once per round to eliminate everybody in approximately a 15-meter line of sight. The medic holds a med kit. It has 20 charges and can heal everybody near you to max health on use after a short delay. Unlimited respawns, with all respawns being active, and the game will be 8 minutes long. This is an exciting match. It looks like we are looking at Moonshiners versus Rebel Scum. Two teams that I feel personally are particularly evenly matched. We'll be looking at players that have improved a lot this season, such as Captain Awesome and Awesome Possum, 2 players that have been consistent so far this season. We do not know yet who we are going to have on the helmet cams, but we will let you know as soon as we can. With that being said, we are going to transfer over to our sponsors, and we'll give you guys the helmet cams as soon as we can. Hello again, everybody. This is Flowstep here. Just going to shout out a huge thank you again to not only our sponsors, but all of the volunteers and people that make this possible, people that donate a lot of their precious time to make sure that this league can run as smoothly and as coolly as it does, and that everybody here can have fun and be safe. We greatly appreciate all of that help. And if you're watching and you like what you see, leave us a like, a follow, drop a subscribe if we've earned it, and share to as many people as you like. It helps us out quite a bit. It looks like they're still doing a little bit of testing on the equipment and making sure that it is all functioning properly. We are anticipating an extremely close match tonight. Meanwhile, if you have a question for any of the players throughout the match, go ahead and leave it in the comments section and we'll try to get to it in the interview if possible. Looks like the start match tone is just played. We're going to go ahead and transition over to the helmet cams. As the players gear up for the next round, it looks like they're lining up to head into the arena. Moonshiners versus Rebel Scum. All right, and we are off early into the match. Envy this. Heading up the left-hand side, looking to establish a flank there. Nug is going to sit. Or sorry, it looks like we have the wrong names on the helmet cams. So that reporting was in fact incorrect. We are going to go ahead and get that changed as soon as possible. However, it does in fact look like it is Frank the Tank on Rebel Scum's camera. And for Moonshiner's camera, that is either Theron or Mr. Moon. It is likely Mr. Moon. So we are going to get that squared away as soon as we can. Moonshiners, however, off to an early lead. A little bit of a slower game so far with 1 minute into the match. Mr. Moon finding a little bit of trouble, pushed up all the way on the left-hand side of Blue, going to get forced back. Dangerously low on HP. With 2 kills and 0 deaths, however, Mr. Moon is holding it down for Moonshiners. Rebel Scum, with 2 kills of their own, fire back, but not enough. Moonshiners have about a 2-kill lead with 6 minutes left in the match. Frank the Tank playing patiently, holding down those angles as the sniper. The sniper, one of the few weapons with a beam powerful enough to consistently get through the net. Able to use those nets as cover to their advantage. Unfortunately, Mr. Moon and one other Moonshiner, Flamingo King, are going to be sent back. Nate the Great taking some damage, being a little bit low on HP because of bleed, but going to heal straight back up. Mr. Moon is going to go down again. Frank the Tank holding down the same angle as before. Not finding a kill for now. Mr. Moon pushing directly up to the center. With the remainder of their team, it looks like 3 of them are formulating a push, but they're surprised from behind. Mr. Moon is going to get taken out and sent back. Frank the Tank calls out the trouble. Incoming. Multiple members of Rebel Scum are fighting off Moonshiners from their spawn. Mr. Moon and Flamingo King respawn now and are regrouping for a push. Looks like Mr. Moon is circling back around now as the shotgun looking to close the distance quickly and get within effective range. About halfway down that hallway is good. Going to take some damage, too much damage. Mr. Moon's going to go down, but the teammates are going to come in and clean up that kill. That is teamwork. And Rebel Scum is not able to secure any of those kills as the Moonshiners are pushing into their spawn. In fact, the Moonshiners were able to find one more, it looks like, but the Rebel Scum fire back. Looks like Frank the Tank found another kill. With 2 kills now, I am Groot, 3-1. Rebel Scum doing a great job holding their own against Moonshiners. Mr. Moon down to 60 HP now. Things are looking dangerous. Opts to retreat, that's a good call. Hanging out in that blue corner is a relatively safe position. Frank the Tank holding down the same dangerous angle all game, catching people on that flank. It has paid off twice now, and it's going to continue as the match carries on, but Moonshiners are firing back quickly, securing a 12-7 lead. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the match, and it could go either way. Awesome Possum, Flamingo, and Nate the Great are all going to die at the same time, however. Mr. Moon finding himself in a little bit of trouble. Has to retreat. It isn't going to be enough, and they are sent back, unfortunately. Good effort, however, and lots of damage outputted by Mr. Moon. The shotgun with 120 HP, able to stick around just a little bit longer to get that extra damage off when it matters. Moonshiners, speaking of when it matters, are having lots of those moments apparently, because it is 18-7 and their lead is widening 20-6. Rebel Scum having trouble keeping up with the Moonshiners now. If Moonshiners are performing this well on blue team, imagine how well they're going to perform when they are given the advantages that the green side offers. Frank the Tank spots an enemy. As a sniper, you're not really too committed to boxing through alleyways like that. It is too easy to get caught with a stray shot and lose most of your HP. Frank the Tank is going to learn that, getting sent back with only 15 HP, just barely making it out alive. Goose, however, is tagged out. In the meantime, Moonshiners with a solid 28-3 lead are doing great. Theron 5-0, impressing. And there I go again, jinxing a 0-death player because Theron dies immediately after I comment that they are flawless. 6-1, and Awesome Possum 5-1. Both players dominating on Moonshiners. An excellent performance, one of Moonshiners' best, I would argue. Frank the Tank holding down that angle on the right-hand side. That's pretty spicy. I haven't seen that one before. Rebel Scum dipping into a negative score now. It is going to be nearly impossible for them to come back, but the players are going to duke it out anyway. Mr. Moon briefly conversing with a teammate. Making a plan, and they're going to charge in and find one kill. Mr. Moon takes a shot. Doesn't look like it lands. But the Flamingo King definitely securing a kill in that engagement. Frank the Tank is in the background, now fully aware of Mr. Moon and Theron's presence. Or Nate the Great, unfortunately, going to go down again. Little bit of a fun push there from Mr. Moon. Frank the Tank doing a great job sniping and holding down the back line, but it wasn't enough. Moonshiners securing a confident 40-0 victory over Rebel Scum.
That's kind of what he was telling me. Yeah, I can't like come up to him and do it or something. I'll have to ask him right now. So I understand.
Unfortunately, it looks like we did have helmet cams off, audio off for that round.
So hey, so what was he telling me?
We've gone ahead and fixed that. Sorry for the confusion.
You're a sniper, not a ninja.
Yeah, I did that.
How many people have you knifed, Connor? 2, 3?
Yeah.
I didn't knife anybody. I know, you know. I got knifed 5. Can't go by your butt right there. That was awkward.
Yeah. What's going on, Nate, man? You were like star player the first few games.
He still has 10 kills.
Did he?
Or 10 points. 10 points at least. Who? You?
Okay, he worked his way back up. He was a semi-starter. What? Yeah.
Again, if you have a question for any of the players, go ahead and leave it in the comments section. And we will try to get to it after the match in the post-game interview.
You guys don't suck. Everyone got kills.
Hey, 2 grenades up here.
It's like, oh no.
It's a full kill roll, coach.
Thank you.
That is the ready up tone and the cue for the players to move back into their spawns. We're going to unmute both mics now. They are muted normally when the players are in the lobby to prevent echoing.
That kind of screwed me.
But now they are back, so you can hear their strategy. 15 seconds left to go till the second team deathmatch.
We gotta get in. 14 seconds. Okay, well, I'll push in one side. Left side. Alright.
I don't care.
I forgot it. Frick. Can I grab it from the thing midway through? Or I'll just leave it. It's fine.
Off to an explosive start. Rebel Scum is going to find a kill right away with Frank the Tank sniping somebody straight off the bat. Both teams opting to start downstairs. An interesting strategy for team deathmatch, but Moonshiners confident. Green team almost never opting to start downstairs is impressive.
Right behind the barrels.
A new strategy from Moonshiners. We're going to see if it pays off. Unfortunately, Nate the Great is going to fall straight away. Rebel Scum securing 2 kills straight away. That puts them in the lead. Remember, each kill is worth 2 points and each death will subtract 1 point. So each kill is worth a 3-point swing. Unless that player is killed with special equipment, wherein their points will only be subtracted for their death. Getting a kill with special equipment does not award the 2 points for the kill.
Right.
Good call-outs. I'm hearing from players on all sides. Call-outs from outside of the casting booth. Mr. Moon now walking around the upstairs looking for angles on Rebel Scum, who have opted to hang out downstairs and play a very safe game. It's paying off so far, and the score is -1 to 5 in favor of them. Mr. Moon finding himself in a little bit of trouble, getting poked just a bit, but it looks like that kill was picked up by somebody, and Moonshiners are back into the positives, 1 to 4.
Middle.
It's possible now you can hear the call-outs from outside of the casting booth as the players are duking it out just outside on part of Rebel Scum. Frank the Tank standing just outside of the casting booth. I get to hear all of their conversation. Moonshiners regrouping for a push, wondering what's going on, waiting at the top of Blue stairs. Things are looking dangerous. And they have seen Moonshiners in the stairwell, and things are looking dangerous. Moonshiners opting not to engage there, just circle back up. Didn't really take too much damage. Rebel Scum maintaining that defensive position. And the team's just opting to play a battle of attrition, but it's paying off for Moonshiners. The poke and run game is working. The guerrilla warfare just slowly grinding away at Rebel Scum's defenses, and now is the time to strike as the Moonshiners push in and secure multiple kills, swinging the score back into their favor, 9-0. 5 minutes left in the match now, and Rebel Scum, having shown that they can maintain a lead, can get this back. Only 4 kills away from maintaining a lead again. Frank the Tank is going to take a little bit of damage. It looks like they're pointing out a target. Moonshiners, however, sneaking down the green stairs and being seen, trading blows with somebody, blind firing a little bit. That rifle does in fact have a receiver on the end of it, so if Mr. Moon is taking damage on the end of their shotgun there, he's going to take damage. Moonshiners up 10-1. The score split remains the same another minute into the match. The Flamingo King doing a great job with a kill-death ratio of 3-1. Theron, Awesome Possum, and Mr. Moon not giving up a death yet. part of Rebel Scum, Frank the Tank doing a great job of just staying alive, keeping back, and poking at people with that sniper rifle, doing tremendous damage every time he's able to make contact. That is 100 damage every time. Only 2 classes survived that. A push down just outside of the casting booth, and Mr. Moon is going to see themselves knocked out while trying to push through the defenses. A scary moment for the members of Rebel Scum, but they're able to hold it. The score is now 9-6 in favor of Moonshiners, but only a little bit. Mr. Moon holding down that stairwell, runs across the window. Some exciting gameplay. Frank the Tank doesn't know how much trouble he's in. Mr. Moon doing some damage. It's going to be enough for the kill. Widening the gap even further. Frank the Tank is going to take another hit. But it's not going to be enough. Mr. Moon is eliminated and rotates back. Theron eliminated as well. It looks like there are other members of Moonshiners still alive and able to continue the push. Nate the Great is going to be extremely hurt and use the med kit to heal themselves. The game is now even 7-7 Moonshiners and Rebel Scum with only 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. It is honestly anybody's game. And how exciting is it that both teams have decided to play the bottom? How often is it that we see a game like this in tactical tag? Mr. Moon chasing a target back. Another kill awarded to them. Flamingo King, however, going to go down. In the meantime, the score just keeps swinging back and forth. Moonshiners 10-7, Rebel Scum 9-9. It doesn't matter. The score is everywhere. Moonshiners 12-6, 11-8 with 2 minutes left, but it's 10-10. Rebel Scum. Frank the Tank, Captain Awesome, Engineer, all looking low. This team fight is in dangerous favor of swinging towards Moonshiners. However, Rebel Scum are somehow able to win. 13-10, Moonshiners barely clinging on. 12-12, Rebel Scum losing their lead again. Engineers going to fall. Moonshiners fighting for their lives for the win, but they have no idea how close it is, and Rebel Scum is not playing as aggressively as a team should be if they knew how close it would be. That being said, their defensive strategy is certainly paying off, but only barely. Moonshiners are able to quickly adapt to any defensive strategy that Rebel Scum is able to put forward and get some more kills, but Rebel Scum fires back with a few kills of their own almost every time.
You can't shoot through the stairs.
Rebel Scum widens the lead a little bit in their favor. 1 minute left. Mr. Moon falling down to a dangerous amount of HP is going to retreat, but finds somebody else and is eliminated. The score goes even further in Rebel Scum's favor. Frank the Tank with 4 kills and 1 death, doing a great job of staying alive. Captain Awesome, 5-3, holding the team down on the scoreboard, but Moonshiners are climbing back. It's dangerous. 30 seconds left. With 1 kill, Moonshiners could put this game even again. Mr. Moon holding that window on mid. Frank the Tank carefully crouched around the barrel on the right-hand side. Mr. Moon looking at Frank the Tank, but he has no idea. Frank the Tank remaining hidden around that barrel. Mr. Moon is looking directly at him and can't even see him. Looks like Mr. Moon is going to secure some damage, and the Moonshiners are going to take the lead 18-15, and the match is over. 20-14. It was so close, and the Moonshiners have dominated. Wow.
Dang it. I got killed a bunch.
Unbelievable performance by both teams. Opting to pick the downstairs and then sticking with it till the end. What an exciting match. Thanks to both teams for giving us an exciting game to watch.
You guys are doing good. So sell yourself short.
Take Juggernaut twice. Hey, I have a time for Katie. Nice job.
You too.
Good
job.
One of the things that definitely helped you was Nate the Great killing his own teammates at least twice.
You did? I killed the kid you were sitting at the window.
Mr. Moon?
Yeah, I thought, I was like, how did I die?
Hey, guys! Shotgun, Mr. Moon? Is that it?
They all look like track stars to me.
The track, they all, some of them ran track. Especially Mr. Moon, you ran in towards the closets by the left by the announcer booth. It was a little bit reckless.
Okay, so let's talk about this a bit. And we're going to go over this probably in the post-match interview if we have the opportunity to talk to a couple of players here. So stay tuned for that. But what we saw there was Rebel Scum showing off a powerful, powerful defensive strategy that they have developed using an older strategy first developed by Moonshiners. And they have just defeated Moonshiners with what is effectively a strategy that was pioneered by Moonshiners. Moonshiners, however, have showcased their offensive prowess, especially in recent seasons, with their ability to find new angles and pick apart Rebel Scum's defense. What an unbelievable game. And it only went Moonshiners' way towards the very, very end, but that could have easily been Rebel Scum's game. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and give a minute or so over to our sponsors while we are briefing the players on the rules, and then we're going to come back and brief everybody on the rules here over the stream. Again, if you are tuned in, go ahead and leave a like, a comment, or drop a subscribe. It really does help us out a lot. Share us with a couple people too. If you like what you are seeing and would like to participate, check us out at Tactical Tag Yakima. And shout out to our newest sponsor, Ray's Retail Meats. Thank you so much for helping us make this happen. And we will be right with you in just a couple of minutes. All right, and we are back. Remember, if you have any questions for players after the match for the post-game interview, go ahead and leave them in the comments section, and we will try to get to as many as we can. We're going to take a moment briefly to go over the Juggernaut rules. One of the referees is currently shooting a laser into the casting booth, but we are going to go over the Juggernaut rules momentarily. The idea is to try to protect your captain while destroying the enemy team's captain. For the sake of the audience, each player with a helmet cam is going to be the Juggernaut. Each Juggernaut captain will have a 400-point health total and a rocket launcher. And the rocket launcher is insanely powerful, but has a very long reload. So it requires a great amount of skill to use effectively. If both team captains are alive after the round ends, the most wounded team captain will lose. That being said, if either team captain dies, the game is over. Each player is going to have 4 lives, as opposed to the 5 lives that they had last season. Captains are going to obviously have a single life. All respawns will be active, and captains cannot be within a team base. If a captain is found within a team base, they will be disqualified if they are revived. This is going to be some exciting gameplay. Notably, I believe the players have opted out of the use of equipment for this season for the Juggernaut games, so we will not be seeing any knives, grenades, or medkits in the Juggernaut round, as the players have determined that they provide too much of an advantage when combating an enemy Juggernaut. That being said, game time at 10 minutes is a pretty long time, so we tend to see in Juggernaut battles of attrition, and both teams tend to take the time to poke at each other until an opening appears where they charge through and destroy the enemy Juggernaut. Typically, if you are able to eliminate 2 or more players of the enemy team, it is a great time to charge. Without further ado, we are going to transition over to the helmet cams as the players are finishing up getting ready. Thank you so much for tuning in, and hope you enjoy. Both teams moving into their spawns now. The match beginning in less than 30 seconds. All right, sorry about the confusion on the scoreboard. We have gone ahead and fixed that. We now have the HP totals of the players and, importantly, the HP totals of the Juggernauts. You can see the Engineer has taken a little bit of damage, but the Juggernauts do respawn very quickly, or regenerate health, very slowly. The Juggernauts are, unfortunately, unable to respawn. When the Juggernaut is dead, the game is over. Speaking of Juggernauts dying, Awesome Possum taking 100 damage. That's going to take a while to come back. Moonshiners are going to have to be careful and wary of future pushes. However, Rebel Scum's Juggernaut is going to take some damage as well. Engineer falling to 290 HP. It looks like Frank the Tank actually opted not to play the Juggernaut this time. Rebel Scum opting to leave their sniper in play. However, Moonshiners, playing perhaps a little bit wiser, have opted to rotate out their sniper. But leaving the sniper in does, while being an unconventional strategy, does open up a number of other options. The ability to poke down the enemy Juggernaut from range while playing a defensive game, if done properly, is very, very powerful. And that could be what we're seeing here. It is paying off a little bit. You can see Awesome Possum running a little bit low on HP, down to about 55%. We're actually taking another 100 to the noggin, down to 120. Engineer at 310 HP. That's a relatively comfortable amount if the enemy Juggernaut is as low as they are. Frank the Tank likely reporting on how many tags they are getting. I am not able to listen to the helmet cams, unfortunately, but it seems to be the case. Moonshiners are struggling to protect their Juggernaut while maintaining a superior kill-death ratio. Rebel Scum are in trouble in terms of attrition, however. They are running out of lives. We've got 3 players on Rebel Scum with 2 HP. That's a relatively dangerous position to be in Juggernaut. You really want extra lives to be able to keep your teammates in play when you need them. However, their deaths are relatively evenly spread out, and that's probably a best case scenario for them. Moonshiners are only in danger of losing 1 player, and that's Theron. However, Theron, being one of the more consistent players this set, would be a huge loss for Moonshiners as of right now. Oh, it looks like, did one of the Juggernauts go down? Okay, unfortunately, it looks like one of the Juggernauts went down, and we failed to notice it here in the casting booth. There is no audio from the game here, unfortunately, for tonight. So it looks like one Juggernaut was eliminated. We're going to go ahead and find out which one that was. We will be right back. Wow, what a match. It does, in fact, look like Rebel Scum took that from Moonshiners. So we're going to go back to the helmet cams here and take a peek.
Stay on target, because if you shoot, you would, like, you might even kill a teammate. So,
I forgot you were
Wow. That is an impressive performance. Rebel Scum firing back at Moonshiners. We all knew they could do it after that team deathmatch round. And here they are, fighting back against Moonshiners, a seasoned team. Rebel Scum could take this to the overtime round and steal the set.
until it gets to like yellow and then running it. Because that's how we got him like revived.
No, they're going upstairs. They're going upstairs. They're going upstairs. Just get in the base. Get in the base.
10 seconds until match start. And this is it for Rebel Scum. This is make it or break it. Will they have a chance at the sudden death round?
Okay, what's the best one here?
We are off Frank the Tank on the blue side.
Okay.
Opting to hold down that middle window. Mr. Moon is going to find a way up the stairs, or down the stairs on green,
Downstairs.
and look for Rebel Scum's Juggernaut downstairs, but it's not there. Now we do not currently know where Moonshiners Juggernaut is, or Rebel Scum for that matter. However, Moonshiners are grouped up and are in a solid defensible position with 0 kills in the round so far, about a minute in. It's a slower paced game. The players are respecting each other greatly.
Downstairs on the left.
You take the shot.
Downstairs on the
Right
left.
on the stairs.
He's at the bottom.
Wait a second.
There's one
Wait, that's
Downstairs on the left. Jake, he ran back.
A little bit of danger on the stairs for Mr. Moon. Going to go ahead and push up
Did you get him?
into the stairs. Frank the Tank playing extremely patiently and just holding those upstairs angles, making the upstairs extremely dangerous for anybody to flank through. Mr. Moon being extremely diligent when going up those stairs. It is a death trap to get caught out on those. 6 minutes and 20 seconds left. All of the players on each team looking relatively healthy. A slower paced game being played here. Awesome Possum at a cool 380 HP. Took a hit, shrugged it off, no problem. The Engineer at 400 HP hasn't been tagged yet. Mr. Moon unfortunately going to get sent back. Rebel Scum are off to an earlier lead. In the first half of the match, they have scored 2 points and put Moonshiners at -7.
No, we need to press hard. No, we need to press hard.
Actually, it looks like maybe Awesome Possum might have nuked 2 of their own teammates. That does in fact look like what happened. It looks like Awesome Possum accidentally rocketed 2 of his own teammates.
I think I got him and he got
Moonshiners up 2 to -1. Looking at the Juggernaut health here, Awesome Possum at 270 HP to Engineers 400. This battle of attrition, Moonshiners are losing it to Rebel Scum. Rebel Scum desperately wanting to win this game. If they win this game, they will have the chance to take on Moonshiners in the sudden death finale.
Where are they camping at?
The winner of the sudden death overtime round is in fact going to win the entire set. So Rebel Scum has a chance here. They just need to win this round and the next one.
It's the guy in the black shirt with the blonde hair.
On top?
Oh, what the heck?
Okay.
If Moonshiners takes this round, they will win the whole set, having won the first 2 team deathmatch games. That will put them at 3 wins.
Join your health? Yeah, just keep healing up. I guess you can't not keep healing up.
Mr. Moon opting to take a look at those stairs. They have been troublesome in the past. Frank the Tank is up there, but Mr. Moon has no idea. Frank the Tank is going to take a peek at that, though, and see himself a ton of trouble.
Bottom left stairs.
Realizing what's down there, Frank the Tank says no and circles back.
I think you got me.
I got the middle stairs here.
Awesome Possum with 4 kills so far with that deadly rocket launcher. Moonshiners at 3 points to Rebel, 5 points to Rebel Scum's 2 points. It swings that quickly, folks. I was about to talk about how far behind they were, but just kidding. They're ahead now. Moonshiners, after winning an impressive team fight, have proven that they want this, and they are going to take a little bit of a lead. Awesome Possum scores another kill with that rocket launcher. Devastating as always. You never want to be staring down that thing. Mr. Moon pushing up the stairs now on the right-hand side. He's going to find a target, get a little bit of damage on. Isn't going to confirm anything. Pushing in now, realizes he's in a lot of trouble and circles back. 20 HP now. Mr. Moon is in danger. Multiple members of Moonshiner at relatively low HP, but Rebel Scum is going to lose a player for good. Goose is down. And it could have been Mr. Moon that confirmed that final kill on Goose. Unfortunately, it was unable to see that in the moment. But I believe that is the case. Moonshiners with a little bit of a lead, but Rebel Scum have a healthier Juggernaut. Technically, they will win the game if this is allowed to continue.
Recharge, you stupid thing.
Theron's gonna go down again. Theron now at 3 deaths. Theron and Nate is great on their last life. However, Rebel Scum are going to lose another member. Goose is down. It is up to Frank the Tank, the Engineer, and Captain Awesome to get it done. Nate the Great on point for Moonshiners. Everybody pushing in, looking to close out the match. They know where the enemy is. They're pushing the Engineer, and he is down. 400 damage in an instant. Moonshiners take the round versus Rebel Scum. And that was honestly looking promising for Rebel Scum at the beginning. But something happened, and Moonshiners were able to push them down. That's all it is. That is all it takes, folks. That is what the game is about, is waiting for your opponents to make a mistake, for a hole in their defenses, and then capitalizing on it. And that is what we see Moonshiners do brilliantly here. We're going to go ahead and mute one mic so we don't have any echo, and let you listen to the players and listen to their thoughts. Moonshiners taking the final round.
Oh, I was saying, just ricochet off the wall. Because you can hit that white part, you know that white angle? You can hit that white angle. Boom.
That is awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you see, go ahead and leave us a like, a comment, drop a subscribe if you think we earned it, and share with as many people as you like. It really does help us out a lot. I'd like to give a quick shout out to our newest sponsor, Ray's Retail Meats. Thank you so much. We are excited to have you joining us. That's going to be the last round for the night, folks, but don't go anywhere yet. We are going to have a post-match interview here in just a few moments where we're going to give the players the opportunity to discuss how that round went. That was one of the more exciting, if not the most exciting, in my opinion, match of the evening. So stay tuned and we'll be right with you. Thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you for your patience, and thanks for checking out those matches. If you haven't already, leave a like and a comment, and we're gonna earn your subscription in just a second with this post-match interview. Hello everybody. I am joined here by members of both teams from last round, Moonshiners and come on. Oh, come on. It just slipped me. Let's Moonshiners and Rebel Scum. Thank you. I cheated. Sorry.
That's okay.
I just cast your game and said your name only like 100 times. So, sorry about that. Let's go ahead and start with Rebel Scum. How do you feel about that game? That was an amazing performance. First things first. Like, what are your first thoughts coming out of the arena?
I would say, going into it, we knew they're a fast team. They're gonna just spring around the corners and gonna overwhelm us, and they did a couple of times, that's for sure. We tried to play as defensive as we could, and I think we did a pretty darn good job. We can do a little bit better each time, but I think overall they're a great team to play. So.
Well, what we saw as an audience and in the casting booth for sure was that you guys provided an impressive defensive showcase there. We saw a solid defensive strategy methodically picked apart by calculated attacks from Moonshiners. It's important that we ask Moonshiners what their strategy was before this match, because I feel like there was definitely some discussion.
I think the Awesome Possum strategy was to kill as many teammates as he could. How many teammates did you kill?
I don't know, three or four?
Yeah, I think you killed at least 3.
I would aimed in the middle of a doorway, and then it would kill Tyler next to it.
Yeah, well, that's a rocket launcher.
Yeah, I get that, but it hits down there, so it's like the fumes getting him and killing him or something?
It's infrared, so it scatters. Just like a rocket launcher might with debris and stuff. Yeah. So, but yeah, I just wanted to come and give him crap. So.
Thank you. That was Chris. He's the tournament organizer, and we are very thankful for everything he does for the league. And he's the owner, in fact, of Tactical Tag Yakima. So reach out to him if you have any questions regarding Tactical Tag. If you guys, let's back on track here. Let's talk about that second round. That was extremely exciting and very, very close. I don't think you guys really realized how close it was until I'm
gonna have to go back and watch it.
You guys lost in the final 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we heard it.
Yeah. It was back and forth the entire time, and I was getting very, very excited casting it. It was swinging back and forth. Very exciting combat between you guys. What was going through all of your heads during that round? Let's start with Moonshiners.
Especially with that second and first round, you guys are really good at avoiding me.
Yeah, no.
I'd be scanning the field for a solid minute and I didn't see nobody.
Were you the sniper?
Yeah. And then I'd have to move, and I'd move to another location, still nobody, and only about 3 minutes into the game that I actually see somebody to kill.
Yeah, and it was a very, very patient game. And,
yes, it was.
And in that second game, that was that second game of I think. How do you guys feel about that? How did you feel about that strategy?
I thought it was really fun. I had done Juggernaut before, but this was my first time being the Juggernaut, and I thought it was really cool because I just made sure that I had a direction unlocked. We basically played just as defensively as we had in the first 2 rounds, but everybody except me being a little more aggressive since we had an actual objective of killing a singular person.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was really fun, especially the first Juggernaut match where we won and I didn't get that low of health the whole time. I was able to get a couple of good shots off.
Yeah. You did excellent on Juggernaut too, so good job. The Juggernaut is not easy to play, and I brought that up several times. I think every time I explain the Juggernaut rules, I emphasize that the Juggernaut's actually not easy to play. That rocket launcher is a very long reload time, and it's too easy to get caught out if you're out of position with the Juggernaut. So being a player that is new to Juggernaut, you perform very, very, very well. So.
Well, the thing you mentioned about the
ammo and getting stuck. That's exactly what happened the second round, because I had a good hiding spot, but then when I ran out of ammo, then I was a sitting duck, and so they rushed me and I couldn't defend myself.
Right.
So I felt like that could have been the tripping point if I was able to get a chance to reload.
And that would be the fourth round or the second round of Juggernaut. Then in the fourth game, that final push by the Moonshiners to secure the game, that was beautiful.
Like everybody.
It was very hype here in the casting booth. Extremely well executed. That was top level stuff. I just wanted to congratulate you for that, because that is a clip and a half.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's talk about the second round of Team Deathmatch. That was the one that I wanted to talk about, where it was very, very swingy. And I believe Bad Batch actually.
Rebel Scum.
It's not Bad Batch. Sorry, Rebel Scum took it. Rebel Scum, what did you change from round 1 to round 2? Because in round 1, it didn't go like that.
No, round 2 we didn't win either. We were close.
Oh,
it was close.
Oh, that's right. Yep. And then Moonshiners
14-20.
at the last second.
That was where we were almost going to win.
It was
You were
so
saying
close.
that at the
Yes,
very
and
end.
we almost won.
So I
Yeah,
can see
and
the
so like I
confusion.
had tricked myself into thinking
Yeah.
that you had
Yeah.
one. Sorry, this interview is a catastrophe. It's the last one of the night.
I honestly almost thought that we would have, because I mean, especially compared to last week, I felt like we were playing more cohesively as a team, and I felt like not only I personally, but also communicating with the other guys, I just played more confidently than last time. So I was surprised, but also not surprised to see how close it was.
We had a strategy again going into it. Blue upstairs doesn't work great for us. We knew Blue downstairs would be a little bit better, although it is pretty tricky with all the access points, and that's kind of what got us in the end. They divided up, and they played it pretty well, and I think we held our own right until that last.
It was so impressive how well you guys held your own as a group. I'm sitting here in the casting booth. I can hear your commentary through the glass. I can hear you guys making the call outs, and I can tell you guys right now that your communication is there. I think you tighten up your mechanics and you tighten up your map knowledge, you'll be as good as the best. You guys are great.
We did a good job at keeping him at bay. Couldn't even find us, which is awesome. So
especially the second round when you guys were down here, I was excited because I got to use the entire upstairs to get you guys. But then,
that's also a testament to you.
All your helmets were just out of where I couldn't quite see them. I was like,
I think that's also a testament to you, because we had watched the previous streams and knew to avoid you, because we saw sniper as your strong suit, your team's strong suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and an extremely consistent sniper, so good job.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is there anything that you guys wanted to add before we close out this unfortunate train wreck of an interview? I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
No.
I think the new change to the Juggernaut game, not having the med packs, the knives, and the grenades helped out a lot to make it a more fun and interesting game.
Right on.
I think it's real easy for one person, skilled person, to rush in, throw the grenade, and boom, you're done, and it ends, because it's happened to us. And I think this was a lot better. We got to play using the guns a lot more, and so
having the equipment removed from the Juggernaut game mode is just it sounds like every player agrees it's a significant quality of life improvement. Yeah. It definitely changes the it's not even just a quality of life improvement. It's more of just, it makes the game fun again. Juggernaut was too much a match about tiptoeing around your opponent's grenade. And now you don't even have to worry about it. So thanks for joining us tonight. We're going to go ahead and close out the stream. We appreciate you joining us, and we appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thanks to our latest sponsor, Ray's Retail Meats, and thanks to everybody out there watching that makes this possible. Go ahead and, if you like what you see, leave a like, a comment, and a subscription if we've earned it. And thank you very much for tuning in. We'll catch you again next Tuesday, and thanks for going with the flow.
Gets the background.